Coming up on MCTV this week, Chowing for Charity, a local business puts its money where our mouths are. And does the U.S. have reason to fear China? This week starts now. Hello and welcome to MCTV This Week. For Tori Philbin, I'm Cameron Lyon. There's a new local restaurant in Monmouth just off the square that many know as Rovies. Not only does it have great food, it also has a great feel for the community. The Fiji fraternity at Monmouth College was able to team up with the restaurant to raise some money to help the men of Phi Gamma Delta Charter. 10% of all proceeds are donated to the fraternity, and this isn't the first time that Rovies has done something like this. Pack the Place, as they like to call the charitable events, are held almost every Wednesday for different local causes.
Ron and I have both been born and raised here in Monmouth, so, we're not going anywhere. This is what we love to do, so this is the one way that we feel that we can give back to the community is by holding different Pack the Places and raising some money in that fashion to give back and help out where we can.
Well, I think it's great because it supports Phi Gamma Delta, which is an upcoming colony fraternity. Also, it gets Rovies names out because I know it's a new restaurant. So supporting good business and a local business and a good organization, school organization really helps both ways. I give them the biggest thank you in the world. I hope that we could also make this a annual event.
If interested in holding an event that helps a local business or cause, you can contact Rovies at 309-734-4200.
The latest Great Decision lecture focused on China's foreign policy and its growing power in the world. Due to some faulty car trouble, the discussion was instead led by Professor Farhat Haq. After watching a video from a previous Great Decisions lecture, the audience was asked to discuss in groups two very important questions. Should the United States be worried about China, and is China a superpower in the world?
If we sort of see a world where you can have a multipolar world, 2 or 3 major powers, then China doesn't have to be a threat for us. And in fact, as I was saying earlier, China can take some of the burden from us in terms of being the superpower. It is very costly in terms of resources, in terms of getting involved in wars. So if superpowers are caps of the world, which some international politics scholars think, then having a couple of more cops on the duty, not such a bad idea.
The final Great Decision lecture of this semester will be tonight in the Patty Auditorium at 7:30, discussing U.S. trade policy.
Taking a look at some events on campus this week. A panel of athletes and coaches will lead a discussion on Title IX and what it's done for women's athletics on Wednesday at 7 p.m. in the Highlander Room. Friday, all 3 choirs are performing on one stage in the Doll Chapel. You can catch that starting at 7:30. And Saturday, MC's own improv club is performing their comic stylings starting at 8 p.m. in the Wells Theater.
Coming up in sports, a long winter isn't stopping the golf team from getting ready for their spring season. We'll take a look next. As winter continues, the Monmouth men's golf team begins its spring season with little grass in sight. Mike Olszewski takes us inside to take a look how the team is getting into the swing of things.
Returning from an outstanding fall season, the men's golf team looks to start their 2014 spring season off with a bang. The team has begun warming up in the Huff Athletic Center, focusing on short game and reshaping their swing. Heading into the spring, Monmouth's men's golf team looks to end a 3-year drought and return to the winner's circle as the 2014 Midwest Conference champions. The focus this season has been on strength training, keeping their head in the game, and winning the day.
You know, our two main goals this year are to have a great work ethic and be mentally tough. So with our in-season indoor training, we're doing a very good job, both with our CrossFit and with our hitting.
Everybody's working really hard in the gym, in the weight room, hitting balls, getting in the cage, and everyone's real anxious to get outside since we've had a pretty bad winter.
Ending the fall season with a combined stroke average of 301, this season's team looks to be the strongest the men's golf program has put forth in years. Returning 5 solid starters, Monmouth's depth, talent, and experience puts them as frontrunners for the Midwest Conference Championship. But for the 6 graduating seniors, this final year in Midwest Conference Championship means more than anything.
Midwest Conference Championship, it's what we worked for 4 years. I mean, all the seniors can attest to that. You know, we're ready to win one. We've been runner-up 3 years in a row, so we're definitely ready to win.
Although it's undetermined when the season will begin, thanks to the constant snow, one thing is certain. This year's men's golf team will settle for nothing less than a Midwest Conference Championship and a punch ticket to Greensboro, North Carolina for the Division III National Championship. For MCTV, I'm Mike Olszewski.
The men's golf team begins their Midwest Conference spring season next Friday as they compete in the Prairie Fire Classic held at Swangataha Country Club in Galesburg, Illinois. That's it for sports. Here's your scores for this week. That's it for MCTV this week. I'm David Beidel.
And I'm Tori Philbin. Be sure to tune in next Wednesday for a new edition of MCTV.
And I'm Cameron Line. Remember, you can find us on the web at monmouthcollege.edu/MCTV. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time.